Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm making this plus size boho summer vest. To see how it's done, please make sure you stay tuned. I'm using the YARNSPIRATIONS CARON Cotton Cakes yarn. I'm using the color white, and these are the specifications for the yarn. It's 60% cotton and 40% acrylic, and I used 1 1/4 of these skeins. I'm using a pair of scissors and a J hook, and that's all you need. To start off, I'm making my knot so I can put it on my hook, and this is how I like to create my knot. Simple enough. And I am going to chain 86. This is going to be in a size extra large because I have lost some weight. I have slimmed down to an extra large. Okay, I'm just going to adjust the camera, trying to get out the blurriness as much as possible. But as you can see throughout the video, there is going to be some blurriness. So again, I apologize. So again, I'm going to chain 86 chains or stitches. After chaining 86, I'm going to double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. Okay, this is just a little piece that I'm working on, but I chained 86 and I double crocheted in the 4th chain from the hook, and I'm going to continue double crocheting down the chain. Okay, this pattern works double crochets, so it's simple enough. So you're just going to double crochet down the chain. Once you get to the end of the chain, you're going to chain 3 and then turn your work. Okay, that chain 3 counts as your first double crochet. So you're going to go into the next chain and you're going to double crochet all the way down. So double crochet in the next chain. So this is my second row of double crochets. And again, for the next row, I'm going to chain 3, just like I did in row 2, turn, and then double crochet in each of these stitches across. And you're going to have a total of 84 stitches in the regular pattern. Now that I have my 3 rows of double crochets, I'm going to start the next pattern, which is V stitches, or X stitches. So I'm going to chain 4, skip 2, and double crochet in the 3rd stitch. I'm going to go to the previous stitch. Okay, so I went into the 3rd one. I'm going to go into the 2nd one and do a double crochet. And that is my X stitch. And I'm going to chain 1. Okay, so when I started, I chained 4, skipped 2. Okay, 1, 2, skip. Go into the 3rd one. Double crochet. Go to the previous stitch before that one, the 2nd one, and double crochet. That's my X stitch. Chain 1, repeat. Skip 2, go into the 3rd, double crochet. Go into the previous one before that one you skipped, double crochet. Chain 1. Now at the end of the row, you have 1 double crochet left. Skip that, and then you're going to double crochet into the top of that 3rd chain from the bottom. And that's the pattern of the X stitches. Okay? So it's going to be 3 rows of double crochets and 5 rows of X stitches. So you're going to chain 4, turn your work, and it's the same thing. You're going to skip 2 and go into the top of the 2nd X stitch, or the top of the 2nd double crochet of the 1st X stitch. Double crochet and go to the previous one. Chain 1. Okay? So you're just working in the tops of your X stitches. Skip the first one, go into the second one. Go into the first one now, double crochet, chain one. Okay, skip the first, go into the second, double crochet. Go back to the first, double crochet, chain one at the end of the row. So you have your 4 chain, go into the third stitch of the chain 4. Go into the third stitch of the chain 4, trying to get that blurriness out, and double crochet. Okay, and that's the second row of your X stitches. And remember, you're going to do 5 rows of X stitches. Chain 4, and that's what the X stitches look like. So the pattern is 3 rows of double crochet, 5 rows of X stitches. So now I'm going to start my next set of double crochets. So I'm going to chain 3. Remember, every time you start the rows of double crochet, you're going to chain 3 and turn. So that counts as your first one. You're going to go into that space there, that chain 1 space. Remember, you should have 84 stitches. So make sure you have your 84 stitches. So I chained 1. I'm going to go into that chain 1 space. And double crochet. And now I'm going to double crochet into the X stitches. Remember, if you're doing an extra large, you should have 84 stitches. Double crochet into the X stitch. Remember, you chained 1, so you're going to double crochet into that chain 1 space. You can go under, or you can actually go into the chain. To make it look neater, I went into the chain. And then continue into the X stitch. And continue down. Again, you should have 84 stitches. Go under if you want to, into the whole space, or go into the chain 1 space. And again, to make it look neater, I went into the chain 1 space. Go into the X stitch. And continue all the way down. Okay, when you get to the end of the row, okay, make sure you're counting. I always, when I started the next row, I always counted just to make sure I was in the right. Okay. So I'm going to skip and go into the top of the third chain. Okay. And that's how you start off your double crochets. I'm going to do 2 more rows of double crochets. Because remember, it's 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5. So to get to my armhole, I did 3 rows of double crochets and 3 rows of X stitches. Alright, so this is what it looks like. And I started my 4th row of double crochets, and now I'm going to do my 2nd row of double crochets. Okay, so to get to your armhole, I did 1 row of double crochets. Now I'm in my 2nd row of double crochets, so chain 3, and I'm going to double crochet down the first 7 stitches. Okay, now I'm going to chain 30 for my armhole. So if your arms are bigger than mine, you may want to chain 36. Okay, so I chained 30, and I'm going to skip 30. Okay, so I'm just counting down to make sure I skip 30. So I chain 30 and I'm skip 30. I'm going into the 31st stitch, and I'm going to double crochet down. Okay, so in order to start the armhole, I Did 7 double crochets to start off first. Remember that first row of 3 counts as 1, so I did 6 more down. So I did a total of 7 double crochets, chain 30, skipped 30, and then you just double crochet down the rest of the second row, chain 3, turn, and here I am into the third row, and I am double crocheting down, and you're going to double crochet into the 30 chains that you made for your armhole. Okay? So you can go under both loops or you can go under one. It's totally up to you how you do it. As you can see, the struggle was real for me to decide what I was planning on doing. So I just went into the top one, and I have to double crochet, not single crochet. Remember, this pattern is all about double crochets. Excuse me. So I just double crocheted down the chain. And remember, I still have a total of 84 stitches. Nothing was dropped or lost or added. And again, if you want to make your armholes bigger, then you chain more. All right, so this is the pattern. I did 1 row of double crochets, and then I chained 7 and did my armhole, chained double crochet down, and then did. So now I'm going to work my next row of X stitches for the back, and then I'll see you when I get to the second armhole. So again, you're just going to continue the pattern from here. Now work your X stitches. So this is what the back looks like. Okay, so I did my X stitches, and there is a total of 4 rows of X stitches. Okay, and now I'm at the armhole, the second armhole, and I did the same thing as I did in the previous armhole. So this is what the pattern looks like. Okay, everything is even on both sides. 3 rows of X stitches here, 3 rows of X stitches on the other side, and 4 rows of X stitches in the middle. So now to finish off this piece, I am going to single crochet all the way around this piece just so I can neaten it up to make it look nice and purty. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. Okay, so I'm just going to single crochet all the way around, and when I get to the top, I'm going to add a row of double crochets just to give it a nice little droopy neckline. Again, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I thought it made the work look a lot neater and a lot nicer. Okay, so I'm going to now single crochet all the way around and then double crochet at the top of my work, and then I'll show you exactly what the piece looks like when it's done. So here's the piece, all nice and done. See the rows of single crochets, and in the top of the neck, I did a row of double crochets, and that's it. So thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.